Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's
Good
start
afternoon,
today.
sir.
Okay,
Good afternoon, sir.
okay, all right. So let's begin. I think that we are meeting this time, second time we are having class. So in previous session, so let's recap that what we people did in previous session. In fact, it was just a discussion. We have not started anything with communication skills. It was just discussion about uh, why it is important, how should we learn, and why so far after learning so many years also, why we people were not able to use English language. All those things we people have discussed. Also, we people have just planned to go with English language. As far as our teaching is concerned, we are going to use English language for our teaching learning process. If you find that English is a very tough and you are not able to understand, in that case you people have to ask me, sir, please explain it in mother tongue or Marathi. In that case I'm going to use Marathi as well, but nobody should feel that I do not understand anything. And if it is the case, we need to work on it. We have to improve our listening. We people have to understand how English is important for all of us, and in the future we all going to use English. And if it would have uh, just like a simple or easier for you, maybe for the purpose of interview, group discussion, or maybe number of reasons, in that case it will be always better to begin with this. Initially you may feel it is very difficult, you're not understanding, it is tough. or maybe number of problems that you may face in the beginning, but that is just for a while. You may not continue with same problems for a longer period of time. I'm sure after 1 week, all you people will feel that, yes, we are understanding, we are trying to understand English, and English has become simpler for you. Once you find that English is simple for you, you'll come to know that your confidence level goes high. And once your confidence level is high, you'll start practicing also. Then later stage will come that English speaking, which is now very difficult for all of us, you'll find that English speaking is also very simple. Because I would like to tell you people, if you people are able to speak your mother tongue, that is Marathi language, if you're able to use, or whatever your mother tongue Hindi can you use, it means that you have the same potential, caliber, ability to use English as well. So it is just lack of practice. All you people know English, all you people understand English, all you people can speak English, but there is lack of practice only. That in our day-to-day life, we people are not using English, and so therefore we people are facing problem for today. But I would like to tell you that once I realize what problem is, then we should try to find out the solution for it. And there is always solution. Okay. And this problem is not that much big that you people are the only people first time trying to learn English. Situation is not like this. You're not first time learning. There are thousands, crores of people before you. They have learned English, they have spoken it, and they didn't find it difficult. So same is applicable for you also. It means that you are there with inborn capacity, natural ability to use English language. You just need to realize that I can speak English. Once you realize, then nothing is difficult. Everything is possible for you. And the solution that you people have to find out, that solution is of practice. If you practice it every day for 10 to 15 minutes, that is not going to become difficult for all of you. Okay. So that was just a beginning thought and recap that I would like to give you for you people, and we will begin today's session. So I hope that my voice is clear to all of you people, as well as the screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
just check if the next slide is visible. Is it visible? Next slide.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, I have to share it. I don't know what happened with Zoom. It happens with everywhere. If I share the screen and if I share the slideshow at later stage, next slide is not visible. Okay. So now just ensure that you're able to see the previous slides. Where is College of Engineering, Pandharpur? And then I'm now communication skills. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. So just give me few seconds so that I can set the screen, everything. Yes. All right. Now everything is clear. And now pay attention to the screen that all we people are going to learn in this semester, the subject that is communication skill. Okay. So you can understand that the code that you people are able to see, C116, that is code of the subject for communication skills. The title, I think that in previous session only we explained the title, what is communication, what is skills. So there are a number of soft skills. Okay. There are a number of soft skills that you people are going to learn. And out of those soft skills, one is communication skills. Okay. And if you want to achieve all other soft skills, like let's say leadership quality, motivation, decision making, or positive thinking, these are called soft skills. Punctuality. So all these are soft skills, and out of them one is communication skills. And if you have strong communication skills, you can achieve all other soft skills also. Okay. So when you people think of communication skills as a subject, you just needed to understand that this involves skills. So you should not just look it at only theory. Okay. So though we are going to learn it theoretically, but all you just try to understand, we will not just focus on theory, but maximum our effort should be in the direction of improving our which communication, oral communication. Try to understand, because in last session I have told you, for listening you people don't have problem, you people are listening and you can understand. For reading you people don't have problem, all you people can read, or with the help of dictionary you can understand. For writing also you people don't have problem, you people can write anything. If I told to write essay or a paragraph or answers, you people are able to write. But as far as when you are thinking of your speaking, so that time you people are facing a lot of difficulties. And many of us, we are from let's say having a rural background, and we learn from semi English or Marathi medium, and so therefore only speaking is problematic for us. But that is not again big issue. I have told you earlier also that if you start working, if you start practicing this, we are sure that everybody at the end of your third year, I guarantee that every one of you can speak fluent English. But if you practice it, so not only theory anyway we are learning it, but you'll come to know that what are the concepts or syllabus that we people are going to see here today, you have already studied it. For example, grammar. Okay, so grammar like parts of speech, noun, pronoun, verb, noun, again adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction. These are things you people have already studied since your 8th standard. Okay, so that is not difficulty. You have to just revise it here. You are going to get revision, so that is not difficulty. But our major concern, our major focus is here. We want to develop our oral communication or speaking. So simultaneously you people have to work on this, or maximum time that whatever the study you are going to do, you should spend time for oral communication. You need to take help of others also. So get acquainted with each other, be friends of each other, and try to help each other for the purpose of developing your communication as well as your friends communication. Because see, if you're just concentrating on, you're listening some videos, you're understanding it, you're reading a lot of content on internet and maybe books you're reading, or maybe you're writing something, but that is not going to help until and unless you speak something. So daily try to speak at least for 10 to 15 minutes every day. Come together or try to call to your friend and try to discuss with him or her whatever happened to you. So about study, about number of topics are there to gossip. Okay, so these things are required. So why I'm telling you people about this, because whatever the syllabus we are going to study, we will study it. There is no issue, but you should not forget this. So in every class, I will remind you that you people have to improve your oral communication. So now pay attention when you people are thinking about communication skills. So what is the teaching scheme for communication skills? Okay, so what is teaching scheme? Teaching scheme is how many lectures we are going to have per week and how many practicals we are going to have per week. Okay, so here you people can see for theory we are going to get 1 hour per week, and for theory we are having 1 credit. Okay, your course that FYB Tech is of CBCS pattern, choice based credit system is there. So for communication skills you are going to get 1 credit here, and for laboratory, that is for practical, you are going to have 2 hours per week, and for practical you are going to have 1 credit. Now try to understand, we are not physically in the classroom, so because of this our laboratory sessions are not possible to conduct in language lab. Okay, so therefore we have converted that for theory we are getting 2 hours per week. If you see our timetable right now, you'll come to know for CS you are having 2 lectures. Okay, so we'll cover theory as well as some assignments also from this laboratory that we'll try to cover. Okay, so that is your teaching scheme. Any question about teaching scheme? Don't worry much about teaching scheme. Teaching scheme is not for you. You just need to understand how many lectures and practicals you are going to have per week. That's all. So let me know any difficulties there about teaching scheme. काय अडचण आहे का teaching scheme बद्दल?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, then let's come to the next point here. That is examination scheme. So now all of you pay attention. This is for you. What is the examination scheme for communication skills? So in the beginning, I would like to tell you, you people are not going to have any kind of theory exam which is conducted by university. Okay, no theory exam will be there from university. Try to understand. Okay, as you people might have come across with maths or other subjects, they're having 70 marks theory exam. Similar exam we people will not have. Then what we people will have in evaluation? What kind of examination you people are going to give? So here, complete communication skills, this you are going to study for how many marks? You are going to study it for 50 marks. Okay, so those 50 marks will be divided into two parts, that is ISC for 25 marks and ICA for 25 marks. Okay, so what is this ISC? ISC are the tests, like you people have unit tests. Okay, unit tests are different here, but you people have these kind of tests. Okay, so ISC means in semester evaluation. Okay, and in that you're going to get 2 or 3 ISC tests. Okay, minimum 2, maximum 3 ISC will be there depending upon, but 2 will be there, minimum 2 ISCs will be there. Those ISCs will be for communication skills, they will be of 25 marks. Okay, and suppose that you got 25 marks in 2 ISCs, or if there are 3 ISCs, you got 25, 25 and 20. In third ISC, you got 20 marks. So in that case, best of 2 will be considered. So for example, first ISC 25 and second ISC 25, they will get converted into how many marks? They will get converted into 25 marks. So you will get here 25 marks in ISC. I'm just giving an example. It may be near about in not possible that out of 25 marks you people will get here, but near about you people can get between 20 to 24, up to 24 you people can get it. So that is about ISC. Now let's talk about what is this ICA, internal continuous assessment. So in that internal continuous assessment, your laboratory part will come here. So whatever you people are going to have the assignments. Okay, so here you people are going to complete how many assignments? You are going to have minimum 12 assignments will be given to you to complete. That you people are going to write those assignments and you are going to submit it. So when you will submit those 12 assignments, in that case, this will be your, it will be converted into marks, ICA marks. Additionally, here you are going to have unit tests. Okay, so here you are going to have unit tests. Unit tests also will be of 2 or 3 and they will be of 20 marks. So they will also contribute for your ICA 25 marks. And additionally, I would like to tell you that your attendance for CS lectures, remember this, your attendance for CS lecture is also equally important. Depending upon your presentity, if you're 100% present, you will add here that it will help you to get marks here. Maximum 25 marks your people will get here also. Okay, and if your attendance for CS lecture is less, it will result here also. So together, how many for ICA? What factors you have to consider? Completion of assignments, then giving unit tests and attending classes regularly, then it will result into 25 marks. So this way, these 25 marks and these 25 marks total, you people are going to get 50 marks out of this, and where you people will be having 2 credits, I have already told you. Now, is there any question about examination scheme?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So how to complete assignments and what to do while learning, teaching, learning, I will explain everything. Okay, but right now, these things for just your information. Remember, what is important for all of us? First of all, ISC. Nobody is going to miss ISC tests. Everybody is going to be present here. Okay, you are going to study. Syllabus will be declared. Everything will be given to you. You people have to study and you have to just attempt the ISC, 2 or 3, whatever it may be, you are going to attempt. And second thing, all of you are going to complete assignments. Remember, if you are not going to submit assignments, you are not going to get marks. So assignments are important, unit tests are important, and regular attendance is required. Okay, so these 4 factors you just keep in mind. We don't have theory. In the beginning only I have told you, we do not have any theory exam. But don't you underestimate communication skills, because you know that what happens, students consider if there is exam, theory exam of 70 marks, then only we will study. Otherwise, we will not take it seriously. But though you are not having any kind of theory exam, it is related with your practical knowledge. It is related with your life. It is related to your career. So nobody should take it lightly, casually, that you're not doing anything for communication skills. Every day, in fact, don't wait for only 2 lectures of CS, that whatever we have per week. Okay, so don't wait for 2 weeks. Every day there should be, every day you're doing something for communication skills. That can be that LSRW, you're listening some video, audio, you're reading some story, newspaper, journal, you're writing something, sentences. Every day you're writing 5 new words, you're writing 5 sentences, you're writing 1 paragraph every day, you're writing diary, you can do anything here. And important, already I have told you, for speaking, minimum 15 to 20 minutes you have to give each day. Every day you are going to give minimum 15 to maximum 1 hour you people have to spend for improving your oral communication. Then only you people can think of your whatever you have thought of your bright career. So there are lots of opportunities. If you're working on this, remember that there are lots of opportunities. Here are the students who have taken 10 lakhs per annum package, 12 lakhs per annum package, and average students, they get from 3 lakh to 4 lakh to 7 lakh packages if you people are working on these things. Okay, but on the other hand, if you're not going to do anything, see, remember, you may pass, you may have your BTech degree. Try to understand, everybody try to understand that getting BTech is very simple, because you have to just appear for the exam, and passing in the exam is very simple. Okay, passing in the exam is very simple. So BTech is not a difficulty. Getting degree of engineering is not difficulty. What is difficulty? Getting skills which are required to work, that is important. So what things are required? Communication skills, that is important. Another, you need to work on aptitude also. Maybe maths teacher will introduce to your aptitude. Do you know what is aptitude? Have you come across with aptitude?
Yes, sir. In the time of placement.
Yes, at the time of placement, you know that usually there is one kind of procedure that is followed. Okay, and this procedure, you know, that when the company comes, it is not like that they will call you first of all for interview. Okay, no interview is conducted in the beginning. So first of all, they will come, or they will conduct one test. So that test is called aptitude. Okay, what is in this aptitude? Okay, so questions which are asked in this aptitude, they are from logical reasoning, numerical ability, various kinds of mathematical calculations will become here. So if you have appeared for scholarship exams like 4th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, you'll come to know ki, if the two trains are passing with that speed, so calculate the time, speed, distance, worker, पाण्याची टाकी आणि नळ, हे जे असतात ना, all these will cover here in aptitude. So all you people can start working for this is also. म्हणजे जेवढं मी इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन बद्दल सांगतो ना, equally you people have to prepare for aptitude, because this will be your entry point to enter into एनी ऑफ द ऑर्गनायझेशन. कुठल्याही कंपनीमध्ये जॉब मिळवायचा असेल किंवा त्या प्रोसेसमध्ये, रिक्रुटमेंटच्या प्रोसेसमध्ये जायचं असेल, तर तुम्हाला ह्या की आहे, ही एंट्री पॉइंट आहे. फर्स्ट टेस्ट हे असते ऍप्टिट्यूडची असते. ओके, म्हणजे कम्युनिकेशन स्किलच्या अगोदर सुद्धा तुम्ही ऍप्टिट्यूडला प्रिपेअर केलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे मॅथ्स, यू हॅव टू वर्क ऑन मॅथ्स. कुठलं मॅथ्स? तुमचं इंजिनिअरिंग मॅथ्स आहे ते वेगळं आलं इथं, ते इंजिनिअरिंग मॅथ्स नाही येणार इथं. यू पीपल हॅव टू वर्क फॉर जे व्हेरियस काइंड्स ऑफ टॉपिक्स असतात बघा, कॅलेंडरवरचे क्वेश्चन्स, एज वरती असतात बघा. इफ फादर इज हॅव्हिंग 2 times age than son, and their ratio is given, ratio and proportion is there. So I think that from second year onwards you people will start classes for aptitude, but I will suggest don't wait for second year. Second year la जाईपर्यंत वाट बघायची का नाही. From today onwards you just try to search, try to ask question, or get familiar with what kind of questions are asked in aptitude, so you can just be clear with your concepts, basic concepts in mathematics, जे न्यूमेरिकल मेथड, लॉजिकल रिझनिंग, डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन, वेन डायग्राम्स वगैरे जे आहेत ना, त्याचा अभ्यास ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही फ्री आहात, अजून तुमचं एवढा अभ्यास तुम्हाला अजिबात नाही अजून, तर जो काही रिकामा वेळ असेल तर त्या रिकामा वेळामध्ये काय करू शकता, ऍप्टिट्यूडची तयारी करायची. सो वन्स यू क्लिअर द ऍप्टिट्यूड टेस्ट, पहिली स्टेप काय आहे, तुम्हाला ऍप्टिट्यूडची टेस्ट आहे. इफ यू क्लिअर सो लेट्स से 60% क्रायटेरिया कॅन बी देअर. त्या aptitude मध्ये तुम्हाला कमीत कमी 60% मार्क्स मिळणं अपेक्षित आहे. सो इफ यू क्वालिफाय दिस फर्स्ट राउंड, then you will be eligible for second round. So that second round, now your English communication matters. हे त्या aptitude मध्ये तुमचं इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन फक्त जर वर्बल ॲबिलिटीचे काही क्वेश्चन आले तर 1-2 क्वेश्चन तुम्ही सॉल्व्ह करू शकता इथं. म्हणजे जे फिल इन द ब्लँक्स, करेक्ट यूज ऑफ आर्टिकल्स, त्यानंतर काय असू शकतो, कंजंक्शन, प्रेपोजिशन, सिनॉनिम्स, अँटोनिम्स, यावरचे काही क्वेश्चन आले तर ऍप्टिट्यूड मध्ये ते तुम्ही सोडू शकता. किंवा कधी कधी एसे रायटिंग पण असतं. रिमेंबर, एसे रायटिंग इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ, म्हणजे ज्या काही कंपनी विप्रो, इन्फोसिस वगैरे या कंपनी आहेत त्यामध्ये एसे रायटिंगचा एक पार्ट असतो. सो यू शुड स्टार्ट प्रिपेरिंग इन दॅट डायरेक्शन ऑल्सो. Then the second round, now your English communication matters here, and that round can be of GD. I think that GD stands for group discussion. You people will be divided into groups. Usually 10 members make a group, okay? And you people have been given one topic. So topics can be like this. Usually current affairs, current issues are given for discussion, like cryptocurrency, like COVID-19, COVID third wave, or it can be elections, corruption, something like this. Topics are given. So in that, you people have to perform well. You have to speak, you have to express your opinion. You need to show your various skills, communication skills, your confidence, your subject knowledge. Okay, these things are evaluated. If you speak here, if your communication skills are good here, then you qualify this round, second round. Okay, and when you qualify this second round, then you'll eligible for third round. Third round will be of personal interview. Okay, and here again your subject knowledge as well as your technical skills as well as your communication skills matter. इथं तुम्हाला तुमचं टेक्निकल जे काय तुम्ही जी कुठली ब्रांच असेल, मग सिव्हिल मधले असलेल्यांना सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंगचं नॉलेज असेल, कम्प्युटरवाल्यांना कम्प्युटर लँग्वेज कोडिंग सॉफ्टवेअर ह्याचं नॉलेज असेल, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स वाल्यांना त्यांच्या फील्डमधलं, इलेक्ट्रिकलवाल्यांना त्यांच्या फील्डमधलं, मेकॅनिकल वाल्यांना त्यांच्या फील्डमधलं ते नॉलेज प्लस तुमचं इंग्लिशचं कम्युनिकेशन चांगलं असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये यू पीपल विल क्वालिफाय हिअर. आणि पर्सनल इंटरव्ह्यूमध्ये you can again prepare, म्हणजे असं काही अवघड असतं असं नाही. Frequently asked questions, if you prepare FAQs. So FAQs, usually you know that interview begins with one common question, that is introduce yourself. Okay, so all we people know our own introduction, we can prepare it. So next, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, why do you want to work with this company? So these are frequently asked questions. You can read them, prepare them, and you can just do here. Sometimes if you qualify this round also, some companies also have fourth round, that is called HR, but this is just formality. Your selection is here, up to here. So if you qualify personal interview, your selection is final. So HR is just formality to check whether you are feasible to relocate, whether you are feasible to work in shifts, or whether you are able to work in different cities, etc. Okay, so throughout this process, this is our journey. Okay, you are going to reach here. So right now it is your beginning, and I have explained you everything, what is going to happen, how it is going to happen. So why not to prepare for these things? And if you prepare, everything will be very simple. It will be, so getting a job, our topmost priority is what? We wanted to get a job into multinational company, in good company. And for what is required to get a job, it is not only degree BTech. I just told you BTech is important. Okay, BTech is important, marks are also important, but with marks you should prepare for skills. Which skills? First of all, soft skills and technical skills. So in soft skills, you just work for communication skills, you work for what your technical subject knowledge is there, so technical skills, and you prepare for aptitude. So these are the things which are required. Okay, so again I took out of the maybe subject that we are not talking all things about communication skills, but this is the final reality that I'm putting in front of you. Okay, so all you people need to understand that if you could do all those things during, so remember, you have a lot of time for all those things. It is not tomorrow you are going to face any aptitude or GD interview. No. So right now you are about to begin and you have idea of all those things. So you'll start preparing for your communication skills. You'll work for your aptitude. You'll start getting knowledge about your technical skills. You'll start learning about your own things. So for that purpose, we people are going to learn. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was just realizing. That was just I wanted to make you people realize. With this, now here we are with the next slide. Here you will get what is in semester evaluation. That is ISC. So ISC stands for what? That is in semester evaluation. So here you'll come to know that topics will be given to you. You have to prepare and you have to attempt. So for communication skills, ISC will be of 25 marks and you people have to attempt. So usually nowadays the test is of MCQ. Okay. And what is ICA? Internal Continuous Assessment. Here in ISC, sessions in language lab that you people are going to just wait. You're going to cover minimum 12 exercises. Additionally, I have told you with exercises, what I have told you, you have to prepare for unit tests. 2 unit tests will be there and your attendance. So these things will matter. So now let's go and try to see what are the syllabus content that we people are going to learn in communication skills. I hope that all of you people have made a notebook for communication skills. Have you made it or not yet?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you people have to note it down what syllabus we are going to learn so that you people can always remember what we people are going to cover. Okay, and I may ask anybody at any time to start your camera and show me what you people have written in your notebook. So nobody should lie me. So those who are connected with the class, I can ask anybody. Okay, so not in today's class because today I'm just going to begin with the syllabus. From next class onwards, suddenly I may ask anybody, you have to start your camera and show me what you have written in your notebook like this. So don't take it casually. So let's begin with, first of all, the question that you should have in your mind, that why should we learn communication skills? So you should also have in your mind, का शिकायचं communication skills? हा जर प्रश्न पडला असेल तर in this slide you people will get the answer to this question through this course objectives. का शिकायचंय त्याचं उत्तर आपल्याला या कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्स मध्ये मिळणार आहे. ओके. So first of all, we people will try to understand that we are going to have 5 units. Okay, and those 5 units can be just broadly divided into 5 objectives so that you people can understand. We are having 6 objectives, so additional 6 objectives, that is again we can prepare based on these 5 points. So unit number 1 is related with this, that you people need to understand how we can learn English grammar. Okay, so what is first answer? Why should we learn communication skills? So first answer is here, to make students understand English grammar and its application in communication. Okay, to make students understand English grammar. So what is important here? We people are going to learn English grammar, but it is not just for learning. Additionally, what we are going to do, we are going to apply this English grammar. Where we are going to apply this English grammar? In our communication. So whatever you people are going to speak, there should be correct use of grammar. Right now we don't know. We can consider here grammar is there, we are using it, we are speaking English, but we are not clear with our grammar. Okay, but henceforth we wanted to make it clear. Correct grammar we people will start using in communication. So in communication, oral communication and written communication, in both types of communication we are going to use grammar. So that is first answer why we are going to learn CS. Now let's try to understand another second answer, why we want to learn communication skills. To develop writing skills among us students, we want to develop our writing skills as well. Okay, so writing skill is also equally important as oral communication. So when you wanted to write something, you should be ready with what? You should be ready with a lot of words. A lot of vocabulary is required. Okay, so when you are ready with words, in that case, these words will help you to use the sentences. or you will be able to express thoughts and ideas. If you don't know much vocabulary, in that case, what happens? We get limitations. Okay, we get limitations, and because of that limitations, we are not able to speak or we are not able to write also. So here we people will work forwards through the chapter number 2, that is we people are going to work on vocabulary. Chapter number 2 will be of vocabulary, so where we will see what we are going to learn. Then next, third answer, why should we learn communication skills? Answer will be like this: to develop and enhance oral communication skills. So develop and enhance. Enhance means to make it better. To develop, it is similar to develop. Okay, so what to develop, what to enhance? Oral communication skills. I think that from the beginning only I am just focusing or forcing again and again telling you people that what kind of communication all you people wanted to develop? Oral communication we people want to develop. Why? Because for writing it will be okay, for listening it will be okay, for reading it will be okay, but for oral communication we are not prepared, we are not ready, we are not using English language, and we have not used it so far, and in the future also. It depends upon you how much positively you take and how much you people just start using English in speech. Depending upon your oral communication will be developed. So in unit number 3, we people will be going for developing our oral communication skills. Okay, ensure oral communication skills are very important at workplace as well as in your day-to-day life also. So therefore we will develop oral communication here. So fourth answer to the question, why should we learn communication skills, is like this: to nurture reading and comprehension skills of the students. So now here what is important, that reading skills are important, but not reading is not sufficient. Reading is not not only reading is required, but with reading what is required? Comprehension is also required. So what is meaning of comprehension? Can you tell someone?
आकलन.
Yes, exactly. It means to understand. आकलन होणे, समजून घेणे. That is comprehension. म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा लोकांना बघा रीडिंग मध्ये काहीच अडचण नाही, अगदी फडफड वाचू शकतो, पण कळत मात्र काहीच नाही. ती रीडिंग अपेक्षित आहे का इथं? नो. सो इन रीडिंग यू पीपल हॅव टू रीड अँड यू पीपल हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड. सो दॅट कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टंट. So here you people will get one passage. Usually this passage is unseen passage. Okay, I think that you people have practiced this kind of structure in your 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th also. So reading the passage and answering the questions based on this passage. But purpose here that after you complete your graduation, you are going to get a lot of documents. Let's say you are going to get one letter or maybe email or maybe notice, maybe number of points will be there that you people have to read and you people have to understand. So therefore purpose is not just reading one passage and answering the question. Purpose is to get familiar with the content which is in written format. You have to read it, you have to understand it and try to use it for your further proceedings. For this purpose we people have reading comprehension. That will be unit number 4 here. Then number 5th reason or answer, why should we learn communication skills? So to prepare students for professional written communication. So here you are going to prepare yourself for what kind of communication here? Now it is professional written communication. So here in number 2 you are having written communication, and in number 5 also you are having written communication. So let's try to understand that here writing skills, what is required for writing? Here it is vocabulary. We are focusing here on vocabulary words. Okay, so these words will be useful for writing. But here the word professional written communication indicates that you people have to write some documents. So first document which is required to become professional, that is a resume. Okay, so I think that we people have discussed about it. What is resume? What is the resume? Anybody know?
Our educational qualifications.
Yes,
Included in resume.
Yes. It's information all about you, your abilities, qualities, skills, your educational qualification, your hobbies, your personal information, your projects, all things will come here. So that is again professional written communication that you people have to prepare. Let's talk about job application later. Okay. So as far as you people are going to face college placements, so therefore you need not to write any job application letter. But you people can imagine if you want to apply off campus. What is off campus? That company is not going to come here in the college, but you are going at the place of company on your own independently, not with the help of college, but on your own you are going at any company. So that time you people have to write a job application letter, or sometimes you read some advertisement in the newspaper. Okay, and if you want to apply for that post, you have to write job application. So that job application letter will be there. Then there are some business letters. Okay, what are business letters? I think that you people have done formal letters. In formal letters, business letters comes. So once you start working with some organizations, there number of things are required. You have to just order raw material or inquiry or order or complaint. So these kind of letters will be business letters. Apart from that, there are a number of meetings which are conducted. So people need to write agenda of the meeting, minutes of the meeting, notices are there. Okay, again, you'll come to know agenda, memo. So these are some of the documents that will come under professional written communication. Very important. Emails are also there that you people have to prepare. Okay, so that will come under professional written communication that you people will be preparing for yourself. Then let's talk about the last reason why should we learn communication skills. So you'll come to know that to prepare students for competitive exams with focus on verbal ability. Okay, so here also I like to tell you, many of us, we people may think that for going for competitive exams like GATE exam is there, like MPSC UPSC exam is there, like banking exams, railway bank, or a number of government exams are there. So in that one section is there on which questions are asked, and that section is verbal ability. And what questions are here in that verbal ability? Like synonyms, antonyms, prefix, suffix, maybe articles, preposition, conjunction, data interpretation, one word substitution. So these are some of the things that separately we will not be working, but while working on all these syllabus, we'll be preparing for ourselves for verbal ability questions also. Okay, so these were the 6 reasons that will tell you course objectives. So what is course objective? Course objective is nothing but these are some aims that we are keeping in front of us. आपण काही ध्येय ठरवतोय का आपल्याला शिकायचंय, तर या 5 ते 6 कारणांसाठी आपल्याला काय शिकायचंय? कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स शिकायचंय. फॉर दॅट रिझन वी पीपल आर going to follow all those things. Is it clear about course objectives?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all you people can just take note of it. If you have written it, it's fine. If you have not written, you can take screenshot and you can write it later on. Course objectives. Okay. So have you finished? Should I go to next slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, but remember, if you have taken screenshot, don't keep as it is in your mobile. You have to note it down in notebook. Remember, it should not be just in your mobile in the form of screenshot. It should be in the written format. Now I'll talk about, see the difference between course objectives and course outcome. You'll come to know objectives are before start of the course. Objectives are before start of the course. So right now we are starting लर्निंग कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, आणि त्याच्या अगोदरच आपले हे काय आहेत, ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आपण सेट केलेले आहेत. तर ऑन नेक्स्ट स्लाइड विल कम टू नो दॅट व्हॉट इज दिस आउटकम. आउटकम काय असणार आहे मग? दॅट आउटकम इज आफ्टर कम्प्लिशन ऑफ द कोर्स. जेव्हा आपण कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स शिकलेलं असेल तर त्यानंतर आपल्याकडे काय काय बदल, काय काय चेंजेस झालेले असू शकतील. सेम व्हॉट वी 6 points स्टडीड इन अर्लियर स्लाइड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, same points here in the form of outcomes. So nobody should just take more time. That frame grammatically correct sentences for day-to-day communication. So after learning CS, you will be able to काय काय होणार, तुम्ही कम्युनिकेशन स्किल शिकल्यानंतर ते आपल्याला त्याची उत्तर इथे मिळणार की यू आर एबल टू फ्रेम ग्रामॅटिकली करेक्ट सेंटेन्सेस. कशासाठी? फॉर डे टू डे कम्युनिकेशन साठी. अजून काय करू शकता तुम्ही? यूज न्यूमरस अप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड्स अँड सेंटेन्सेस इन रिटन कम्युनिकेशन. जे व्होकॅब्युलरी जेव्हा शिकल्यानंतर तुम्ही काय करू शकता? अप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड्स आणि सेंटेन्सेस मध्ये तुम्ही वापरू शकता आणि चांगल्या पद्धतीने रायटिंग कम्युनिकेशन करू शकता. अजून काय करू शकता? नंबर 3, demonstrate effective oral communication. Again, try to understand, focus here only. Your effective oral communications are very important in various situations. Okay, so in various situations can be given, or it can be like your day-to-day situations. You are in the library, you are in the lab, you are in the campus, you are in office, or you may be in classroom, or maybe in your normal situations also. Different situations will be given to you, and you people have to interact with your friends. You have to write a dialogues, so we'll learn it how to write these, all those things. For example, I will give one example of situation that now it is final exam of your class. Okay, and just timetable is displayed on notice board, and there are two students they're discussing about exam and timetable. So what communication they will do? So here you people have to imagine, you have to become more imaginative here. Like let's say when these two students will meet, first of all they will greet each other. Hello friend, good morning or good afternoon. They'll ask, how are you? I'm fine. They may ask, one of them may ask, have you seen timetable? Timetable is displayed. Okay, another will say, I have not seen, which is the first paper. So that will say, yes, it is English. She may ask, what is the time for paper? So you'll say 3 to 6, something like that. You become more imaginative, because what is my imagination, accordingly I'm just thinking. What is your imagination? You may think differently also. So accordingly people will get different situations and try to show your oral communication in such situations. So situations can vary. They may be of, let's say, a teacher student, teacher teacher, teacher principal, student principal, or maybe they are out of the at academics also, like one is conductor, one is passenger, or shopkeeper and customer. It can be of let's say uh, two people also. Anything can be a situation. So accordingly people have to prepare dialogues and you have to speak it. At number 4, read, comprehend and answer the questions based on passage. Already you are able to do this, but still we will practice with some more passages will be given to you, and you will be able to answer those questions, because you have a lot of experience of unseen passage solving. At number 5, you'll be able to draft letters, emails, write paragraphs, essays, and appropriate content and context. With appropriate content and context, you'll be able to write different formal written communication. So letters, I have told you, different kinds of letters: inquiry letter, order letter, maybe complaint letter. Emails is there. Paragraphs, different topics will be given to write paragraphs. Essays are there. So you people have to write essays. Essays are bigger than paragraphs. Okay. And last one, you will be able to do what? You'll be able to solve verbal ability questions in competitive exams. So I just told you various competitive exams consist verbal ability questions that we will be preparing. So that's all about course outcome also. So that is same as objectives. Difference is what? Objectives we people set before learning. Before learning any course, we set the objectives, and outcomes are after completion of the course, we check with outcomes. Is it clear? So you have to write down course object outcomes also. So you can take screenshot, or you just write it down. So should we go to next slide to see unit number 1, syllabus?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so we'll go to the next slide, and we'll just try to begin with point number 1. So how many units we people are going to learn? We are going to have 5 units. Out of those 5 units, first unit, that is English grammar. So I think that yesterday I asked all of you people, so is there a need of learning English grammar? गरज आहे का grammar शिकायची? So if you want to learn English, so answer that we people got, majority of us will agree with that. Yes, it is required. Why? Because we are not getting such surrounding or atmosphere where we people may come across with number of speakers around you, that in our family members, in our society, our friends, relatives, if they start using English, we need not to learn grammar anymore. But that is not the case. There is no one around us. There is no one in our family. Even our friends are not ready to speak English. So therefore, with the help of grammar, we are going to learn it. Okay. So in unit number 1, that is about English grammar, we people are going to just begin with 1.1. Okay, and that is various parts of speech will be there. Articles. So all we people know there are articles used in English. So how many articles are there in English?
3.
3 articles are there. Which are they?
A and the.
A and the. Okay, so we have to be very clear about the use of a and the. Many times we get confused between a and. Sometimes we are not sure whether we are going to use a and or the. And again, this is 3 articles are divided into 2 types. So that all things we people will learn when we'll start actual learning syllabus. Okay, then all parts of speech. So how many parts of speech are there?
8.
8 parts of speech are there. So we'll try to learn 8 parts of speech, like nouns, pronouns, verbs, modal verbs, auxiliary verbs, that is types of verbs. Okay, so tenses also, apart from 8 parts of speech, very important to learn tenses also. That if you want to use English, you should be clear with correct use of tenses. If you're able to use correct use of tenses, your English will be improved and there'll be no mistakes. So that is about 1.1. So just note it down. Unit number 1, English grammar. 1.1, articles, nouns, pronouns, verbs, modal verbs, auxiliary verbs, and tenses. Then we'll go to the next part, 1.2. Okay. Have you done it? Should I go to next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So better you can take screenshots so that later on you can write down slowly if you're in hurry. So don't write in hurry. So in 1.2, same 8 out of 8 parts of speech, here you'll just cover some articles. Sorry, here you are going to cover adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions. That will be covered in 1.2. And here we people have 1.3, idioms, phrases, cliches, redundancies. So take screenshot. In next lecture, we'll discuss this in detail. So I think that this is new for you, cliches and redundancies. So next time we'll talk about it. So today we are going to close our session here. If you have any questions, whatever we people have discussed, feel free to ask. So any difficulties about today's class?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I tried most of the times to continue in English, but if there is someone who did not understand मराठी मध्ये सांगायची काही गरज असेल असं वाटत असेल तर even these people also feel ask or tell that you did not understand. Don't be bothered. It is not like that. म्हणजे सगळ्यांनाच कळतं असं काही नाहीये. आपण जर नाही कळत म्हटलं तर त्यामध्ये कमीपणा वगैरे येण्याचं काही कारण नाहीये. So nobody should feel shy or nervous to ask if you are not understanding. Okay. So I'll mark absent numbers. Roll number 2 absent, 3, 4, 5, 6 absent, and 7, 8, 9, 10 absent, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 absent, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 absent, 31, 32, then 33, 34, 35 absent, 33, 34, 35 absent, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 absent, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, then 50, 51, 52 absent, 50, 51, 52 absent, 53, 54, 55 absent, 56, 57, 58, 59 absent, 60, 61. Okay, so how many numbers are there? 63 or 66? Or you don't know? So let me know if anybody is present out of these absent numbers. Roll number 2, 6, 10, 23, 30, 33, 34, 35,
Sir,
40.
present
One
13.
13. I said 30, not 13. Okay. Absent roll numbers are roll number 2, 6, 10, 23, 30, 33, 34, 35, 42, 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 59, and 61, and whatever next is there. 61 आणि पुढचे absent. So what is this Sagar Gauri?
हॅलो सर प्रेझेंट आहे सर
कोण?
सागर गवळी 80.
18. You have to say 18. Try to
Ha.
understand. 18 means 18. 80 means
Sagar Gauri,
80. So Sagar Gauri, I have not marked 18 as absent. 18 absent आहे म्हटलं नाही मी. Absent numbers मी फक्त अनाउन्स केले, तर त्यात तुमचा 18 नंबर नव्हता. Okay, all right.
सर आहे सर प्रेझेंट आहे.
Yes, you are
हा.
present. तुम्ही absent आहे असं नाही म्हटलेलं मी.
हा चाल
Fine.
बरं चाल.
Sir, 13 number.
Try to understand. 13 म्हणजे 13 प्रेझेंट आहे आणि 30 म्हणजे 30 absent आहे. 30 आहे का कोणी प्रेझेंट? सो 30 आणि 13 बी क्लिअर. 30 म्हटलं की 30 ते absent आहेत आज, आणि 13 म्हटलं की यू आर प्रेझेंट. 13 इज प्रेझेंट, 30 absent. Okay, so should we stop here?
Yes, sir.
So thank you. Ah, yes. अजून
फर्स्ट अँड सेकंड स्लाइड शो करा.
ओके, फर्स्ट आणि सेकंड स्लाइड. युनिट नंबर 1 चे का सुरुवातीला?
टीचिंग स्कीम वगैरे.
एक मिनिट. I have to make it clear, then you can just take. Now it is clear.
ओके नेक्स्ट.
Next is, that is just information in semester evaluation, I see. Okay, then next,
येस सर.
ICA.
ओके अँड नेक्स्ट.
Next will be objectives.
ओके सर. ओके थँक.
So should I stop here? Should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
येस सर.